The initial F4 rating would last a few months until September of 2007. During that month, the Weather Service received notice of a video that was taken by a local that documented the tornado destroying the 4 Southwest homes in the corner of Elie.
Oh, really?
After viewing the video, the Weather Service noticed something and came to a shocking conclusion. In the short video, you can see the tornado pick up, throw, and rip apart a full house in the air.
Yeah. YouTube, what's up? It's your boy, the one J. Osh. Welcome back to another video. We got Canada's only EF5 tornado, the Elie tornado. Shout out to Ashley. She recommended the video. Another recommended video. Y'all be coming with the tornado vid. Y'all not playing with us. Y'all not playing with us. Look, and I say us because we a fam. We a family. Look, I'm gonna do this video. I got a few videos I'm gonna get off. So if you see the same shirt, I'm not shirtless. You know what I'm saying? I got other clothes. I'm just, you know, doing a few videos in a row. Y'all should understand that, but, you know, I understand how you see a video here this day, then this day, this day. He's got the same clothes. I get it, but, yeah, I'm going to do a few videos. This video ain't too long. But we're going to watch this. Probably watch the Rainsville tornado. I think somebody said something about Greensburg, I think that was one. Or Greensville, one of them. Maybe the Mayfield one I seen pop up. There's no short circulation of tornado videos, so we're gonna do those. I got some, again, for all my brothers and sisters, everybody who play 2K, I got some videos coming for that. It's not your typical reaction video. It's some stuff I gotta get off my chest. You know, for 25 and 26 coming. Alright. That's still coming. But yeah, and I got some other videos we're gonna start reacting to some other stuff too. Like some fighters, probably some documentaries, some basketball documentaries, some fighting documentaries, a whole bunch of stuff. But thanks for tuning in, your boy. Your boy is at like 184 subscribers as of right now, I think. We growing. Yeah, y'all know how we get. Hey, look, we not worried about growing, you know. We're not concerned with growing, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I put this stuff out because I love doing it. And I appreciate the interactions with y'all. If y'all like the videos, I love it. So, look, let's get into this. Canada's only EF5 tornado, the Elie tornado.
It's
Elie,
a scorching
Manitoba.
summer day in the small town of Elie, Manitoba in Canada, and a tornado has just descended from the sky to the
Shout out to
northwest
CF
of town.
Productions.
The twister
We
slowly
give everybody their
meanders
credit for
towards
making
town
videos.
at a
We do
snail's
react to 'em.
pace. Though appearing as a rather narrow and slowly
bad.
meanders towards town at a snail's pace. Though appearing as a rather narrow and unimpressive tornado, at its core it's capable of producing catastrophic damage. As the tornado approaches the outskirts of town, it produces one of the most unique tornado tracks of all time,
Wow.
changing directions numerous times and doing a handful of loops.
That's crazy.
As the tornado begins its rope-out stage, it enters the southwest edge of town with incredibly violent force and produces catastrophic damage to 4 separate houses. Damage afterwards reveals a slab foundation at one of the house locations, indicating that this tornado may have been at F5 intensity. Damage analysts are skeptical, however, though, because of this tornado's extremely slow forward speed, it may have led to increased damage at this area. The surveyors then receive a video of the tornado taken by a local that changes everything. It's June 22nd, 2007, in the small town of Elie, Manitoba. Elie is an extremely small town with less than 1,000 residents located about 20 miles west of Winnipeg. The weather on June 22nd is just about as unbearable as it gets. Temperatures have rose well into the 90s with dew points into the 70s. Upwards
it
in
gets
the
hot out
atmosphere,
there?
a moderately strong jet stream and low pressure system approach the area from
Canada's
Saskatchewan
so up north.
throughout
I
the
didn't even
day.
think y'all
A
get
warm
that
front
much
was
heat.
situated just north of town, allowing for
I
the
don't know.
incredibly uncomfortable air to filter in. The accompanying cold front was located just to the west of town by Lake Manitoba and extending into Saskatchewan. To make the situation even more interesting, there's a lake breeze boundary that is present south of Lake Manitoba. There is also strong wind shear in place which causes thunderstorms to spin, meaning that pretty much all the elements are in place for a severe weather event. There's one possible hindering factor though in the form of a cap that is in place. A cap is a level of dry air a few thousand feet up in the atmosphere that can inhibit thunderstorms from forming altogether. However, if there's enough lift or say an extra boundary or something located nearby, it could act as a focal point for storms to form later. The aforementioned lake breeze boundary that was located just to the west of Elie would do exactly that, and thunderstorms would begin forming on it in the mid to late afternoon. Storms began to form in the region just after 5 o'clock local time along the cold front with help from the lake breeze. At 5:40 p.m., two separate supercells developed to the northwest of Elie and moved southeast towards town. A third supercell formed about 40 minutes later to the southwest of the other two storms. All the storms were now moving southeast at the incredibly slow speed of 10 miles per hour.
I wonder if all three of the storms
The three
like
separate
made
supercells would soon thereafter begin to interact with each other and merge, which would begin and aid in tornado genesis. At 6:25 p.m., the tornado first touched down just to the north of the Trans-Canada Highway. The tornado initially moved southeast, but soon thereafter began its wildly erratic track and passed over the highway. As the tornado passed over the highway, it would pick up and toss a semi-truck and tractor-trailer, leaving the driver shaken but unharmed.
I bet.
After initially moving southeast, the tornado turned sharply to the east, then south. And
Real quick, I don't know how many tornadoes y'all get in Canada, but I'm pretty sure that driver was like, what the hell? Was that a fucking tornado?
East again, all within the span of 1 mile. The tornado then made another sharp turn to the south, impacting the town's flour mill, and then did a very slow 360-degree loop back
the flour
over
mill
the
got
mill.
hit twice.
While impacting the flour mill, the tornado was at F2 strength and caused upwards of $1 million in damages. At the mill, multiple semi-trucks were overturned and the mill's walls were blown inwards.
Dang.
Also at this point, the tornado began to expand its width slightly to 55 yards. After doing its loop, the tornado continued moving south, parallel to Jansen Road. Also at this time, the tornado weakened slightly to F0 intensity, but also expanded its width to 155 yards.
Wow.
After reaching the intersection of Jansen Road and Road 61 North, the tornado made another abrupt turn to the east and headed directly towards the southwest edge of Elie. Unfortunately, the tornado would not deviate its track again before hitting the southwest edge of town with ferocious intensity. While approaching town, the tornado rapidly strengthened and was now at F4 intensity or higher. The tornado then slowly impacted the foremost southwest houses in the town of Elie, before beginning to do another 360-degree loop after passing over. As the tornado was completing its loop, it passed over the same impacted houses again, inflicting a second potent hit to the same area. The tornado did tremendous damage to these 4 homes, including one which was described as well-built and bolted to the foundation. The house was lifted completely off of the foundation, thrown into the air, and then broke apart. The tornado was even strong enough to rip some sill plates and snap off bolts that supported them.
Moving.
Trees were also debarked here, and multiple cars were thrown lengths of distances. One car was tossed over 100 meters away, and another was tossed onto a neighbor's roof. The tornado lingered over this portion of Elie for roughly 4 minutes before it moved south and exited town.
Oh, so this tornado was
The tornado initially traveled south out of town before doing another 360-degree loop and then making one last unpredictable turn to the southwest and then soon dissipating. The tornado was on the ground for roughly 35 minutes but only tracked for 3.7 miles, and at its max width was roughly 150 yards. The tornado had one of the wildest tracks of all time, going almost every direction at some point during its life and performing 3 separate 360-degree loops. Remarkably, nobody was killed or even injured.
Thank you! Thank you, Ashley, for recommending this. I don't care how short it was. Finally! I can actually enjoy a tornado video and not be fucking sad or depressed. Thank you. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so I'm guessing this second part he's just going to talk about how was the EF5 because that was so quick.
The result of this tornado. Many folks in Elie were
Thank
not
God,
in town
though.
when the tornado hit, and the ones that were well prepared for this situation, hence why nobody was injured or killed. The following day, Environment Canada sent out a storm damage survey team from the Prairie and Arctic Storm Prediction Center to assess the damage caused by the tornado. Earlier that same year, the United States implemented the Enhanced Fujita Scale, which was a new and improved version of the original Fujita Scale. Canada, however, would not adopt this new improved version of the original.
So the original Fujita scale, you had to have 261 mile per hour winds to get an F5 rating. Whoo! And now it just has to be over 200. Huh. Okay, my question to y'all, since this video is so short, y'all tell me in the comments below if you got to this part of the video. Do y'all think we should go back to the old Fujita scale or keep the new one? Because if we go by the old Fujita scale, a lot of tornadoes that probably got F5 ratings wouldn't probably be F5 ratings. If we use the old scale. 'Interesting. 261 to 318. Wow.
Original Fujita Scale. Canada, however, would not adopt this new scale until 2013, so this tornado would be rated using the original Fujita Scale. The team found the first instance of damage that could be rated was at the location of the town's flour mill.
Hold on, you telling me
the tornado would be rated using the original Fujita Scale. The team Fujita Scale.
So you telling me this tornado was 261 miles or 318 miles per hour at some points?
Canada, however, using the original Fujita Scale. The team found the first instance of damage that could be rated was at the location of the town's flour mill. At this location, the team found evidence of F2 damage. Further on, the team found that the tornado weakened to F0 intensity before entering town. With the 4 affected buildings in town, surveyors found at least F4 damage with one house that was swept away completely with only the foundation remaining. Surveyors noted at the time that this could be F5 damage, but they were concerned with the extreme slow speed of the tornado. This would allow the tornado to produce much more and worse damage than if it were moving at a normal speed. Even though the damage at this one location supported F5 intensity, surveyors were convinced that this was because of the extreme slow forward speed of the tornado, so they issued an F4 rating. The initial F4 rating would last a few months until September of 2007. During that month, the Weather Service received notice of a video that was taken by a local that documented the tornado destroying the 4 southwest homes in the corner of Elie.
Oh, really?
After viewing the video, the Weather Service noticed something and came to a shocking conclusion. In the short video, you can see the tornado pick up, throw, and rip apart a full house in the air.
Yeah.
This was all done in the span of just a few seconds, proving that the extreme damage to the houses was not done slowly over the span of a few minutes because of the slow forward speed of the tornado. After seeing this video, the Weather Service determined that there was now enough evidence to upgrade this tornado to F5, and the upgrade was done formally on September 18, 2007. Afterwards, the survey team even mentioned that the damage done at this location would have qualified for EF5 intensity had Canada been using the EF scale at the time, showing how truly powerful this tornado was. The Elie, Manitoba tornado was unique in many facets, including its look visually, how fast it was moving, and the bizarre path that it took. When you envision what a F5 or EF5 tornado looks like...
Yeah, most of the time we see F5 tornadoes, we see these mile-wide ass wedges. Huge as hell. Total darkness. The literally embodiment of death coming at you. That's what the hell we think. At least that's what I think. I've had my mind made up. But I've also learned after watching so many tornado videos and hearing some of y'all comments. Well, not hearing, but like reading some of y'all comments. That it's not even just about the size of a tornado. It's literally just about the strength of it. It could be a fucking thin rope. But if it's moving 250 miles per hour, it's doing some damage. So it's not always about the size of a tornado. I done seen some tornadoes. Hey, some of them tornadoes, they done been monster wedges. Like the one video we watched, that was like a EF3, EF4. The dude recording at the top of his house. I mean, at the top upstairs, recording the tornado literally hitting his house, and he living through it. If it was EF5, I mean, I would like to think there was no way he would live through that. But you never know, I guess, because Mother Nature weird.
You expect a huge tornado that makes you cringe with fear, which is certainly not what the Elie tornado looked like, with a max width of only about 150 yards.
Hey, look, nah, don't get it twisted. That shit's coming at me. I'm still shitting my pants. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm keeping it. I'm being real. I'm definitely scared. I don't give a damn. I don't care how it looks. I know a tornado's coming. It can knock over trees. Trees can hit your house. Debris can throw something at you. There's too much unpredictability in a tornado. I'm still gonna be scared. I ain't gonna be like, oh, hey, look, that looks cute. Nah.
Another typical characteristics of strong tornadoes is that they're relatively fast moving, which once again the Elie tornado does not fit into that
category. We done
category,
seen some tornadoes
as it had a
in
top
some of the
speed
previous
only
videos
10
though, not
miles
move too
per
fast.
hour. Finally, the path that this tornado took was one of the least predictable and most bizarre that any tornado
it was weird.
has
This
ever
jump was
taken,
looping.
with the tornado doing 3 separate loops.
It was
and
doubling
traveling
back
in almost
on
every
buildings.
cardinal direction at some point in its life. All of these very unique features make the Elie, Manitoba tornado of 2007 one of the most unique and interesting tornadoes of all time. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys learned something, and thank you so much for watching.
Hey, shout out to CF Productions. You know what I'm saying? You see him right there. Go check more of his videos out. You know, I always put the link to the original video in my description below anyways. But, yeah, like I said, let me know what y'all think about the Fujita scale, man. Should we go back to the original Fujita scale or keep the one we got? I don't know. Ain't up to me to decide. I feel like if it takes a house, like some of these videos, if it takes a house off its foundation, hey, it's F5 to me. I don't care. But yeah, man, like I said, I got more videos coming. I hope y'all excited, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look. We got a lot of stuff coming, man. But I'm just happy you gave me a video where I ain't got to see nobody die. Nobody died. Now, some houses got destroyed. I'd rather my house get destroyed than I lose my life or somebody I care about lose their life. You can't rebuild a life. But you can rebuild your life. If that makes sense. You can always get another house. You can always get something else. You can always get another place. You can't rebuild somebody's. You can't. Somebody died. You can't get that back. So, hey man, it's your boy J. Osh, and I'm out. Hey.